Hello and welcome to Pop Along RC. This is a video that we've been wanting to do for a long time. We travel, well, you know this, if you're a regular to the channel, we travel to many clubs in the UK, and we've noticed a few things, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Yeah.
We've noticed that this hobby is growing super fast.
Yes, it is.
We've got on-road racing, we've got off-road racing, we've got micro racing, we've got 1/8 buggies, we've got the big stuff, the little stuff. But racing has got one thing in common.
I was just about to say the very same thing.
What is that?
The race craft, the race etiquette, and some of the all of the rules.
All the rules.
All the rules.
Some of the unwritten rules and some of the need to be written down rules.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So we are going to give you a rundown of
some of the rules. And this video is all about racing with respect.
Yes.
Shall we have that written across the bottom or the top? Race
Do
with
the
respect.
hashtag race with respect thing that the BRCA use.
They want us to be respectful, don't they?
Of course they do.
Anyway, I've got my little book and I've written some notes down.
Go on then. Here
now,
we go.
I'm not claiming to be the guru of race etiquette.
No.
But I do know some gurus and some legends of the game. They've been around a few years, they have, and they've sent me a message with some tips for this video. So
big thanks to them then.
Big thanks.
So if we get it wrong, we'll blame them.
If you get it wrong, Ian and Chris, thank you, you tried. Anyway,
go on.
The basics. We're going to split this video into two parts, I think.
Okay.
Racing with respect, you've got two bits. You've got the car on the track.
Okay.
And you've got the driver on the rostrum.
Okay, all right.
And that is, I think, where we're going to start. Do you want to start with the cars or do you want to start with the rostrum?
Should we start with the rostrum?
The rostrum. Okie doke.
Let's start with the rostrum.
At a club, and every club does it slightly differently, but there is an unwritten rule, isn't there?
Yeah.
That once you get on the rostrum, you kind of get your spot. That kind of stays as your spot.
Yeah.
For the rest of the day. You don't kind of nick someone else's space. It's a bit of an unwritten rule, that one. You kind of, if someone gets up there, they've got their middle spot, that's their spot for the thing.
People won't be very happy if you jostle that around and things like that.
The only time that changes is at a proper competition. When it comes to the final, the way that you decide that is often it'll be they will let the fastest driver who qualified for that final go up to the rostrum first, so they get first pick of where they want to stand on the rostrum. And that just keeps it very, very fair. Yeah,
I agree. And there's another thing. Maybe it's come from COVID. I'm not too sure, but there will be an entrance to the rostrum and there will be an exit as well. If you're at a big venue, if it's a club facility, there might only be one if it's on a stage or something like that, right?
Yeah. And once you are up there on that rostrum, if your car breaks down, you stay on the rostrum.
You do indeed, especially at the bigger events. I mean, I have to confess, I have got off once or twice, but I won't do it again. I think we've all done that.
We've all done it, but
that's right.
The rule is when the race is on, you do not move because you might want to be walking in front of other people that are racing and things like that. You don't want to distract other drivers. So if your car breaks, take a step back and just wait till the end of the race.
Absolutely.
Super duper. Now then.
Go on.
Have you ever been shouted at on the rostrum, boss?
It's funny you should say that. I have been shouted at on the rostrum.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel very unwelcome and unhappy, actually. Now, here's the problem, right? So when you're racing, we're going to cover this a little bit more in a minute, aren't we? With race etiquette on the track, right?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone goes out of their way to take anybody out.
No, it's not intentional.
It's not intentional. Now, we need to realise that cars like this are extremely quick, right?
Yeah.
And I'm extremely old. And that's kind of is not a very good mix sometimes. So what I'm trying to say is be nice to people on the rostrum. Be respectful and don't shout. And I'll tell you for why, right? Number one, it puts drivers off. And number two, if there's any new people that have come in, like dads and kids...
I was going to say this. If there was a dad, like I bring my son racing, and he goes, oh, this looks like fun, let's go and have a watch. And he sees people on the rostrum shouting and screaming at each other. It's not welcoming. It doesn't look good.
Do you think if you went to a venue and saw people shouting on the rostrum and getting uptight and that, with your kid, do you think you'd go back?
Probably not.
So there you go. So if you're somebody who gets a little bit passionate about little car racing and things like that, maybe, just maybe, you just want to learn some Zen techniques or just take a deep
some mindfulness. We could do a video on that because we're both mentors, life coaches and all.
Yeah.
Anyway, we we've gone off on one a little bit there.
We have, yeah. Any more on the rostrum?
Yes, there is, because it's not only cars that are on the track, is it? There are marshals on the track. And again, the marshals are there to pick the car up if you've made a mistake.
Yep.
If you don't make mistakes and you keep all four wheels on the track, they're not going to need to marshal you. So I don't think there's a problem if there's a marshal that's maybe not focused and can't see your car out the corner of his eyes. Give him a little shout and a point it. But
yeah, exactly, yeah.
There's encouragement, and then there's just being mean.
Absolutely. And, marshals are well within their rights to, maybe you're not going to like this next bit, but take their time getting your car. Because if there's loads of cars coming down the straight, they're not going to run onto that straight, are they? Let's be honest.
And we have done a video on marshalling, so we'll put that in the links before. So we've covered everything.
All right, yeah, we have done that.
In that
so bottom
video.
line is, you're the one that's crashed it, so don't shout at the marshals.
There you go. Now, the racing bit. Now, I actually think I do this better than you. I've had several comments saying how well behaved I am on the track. I'm not the fastest driver in the world, but I like to consider myself a respectful driver.
So you're saying I'm not respectful then?
I'm saying sometimes you are very competitive, and maybe that mist can blur your vision somewhat.
I've got a theory on that. Your cars are way slower than mine.
There is that. Maybe if you're not good enough to drive fast cars, you need to drive slower ones.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should just give up then. Should I just give up?
No, we're not giving up.
Go on. What are you getting at?
This is about coaching people. Okay, anyway, so one of the biggest peeves that I think people have is peeves a word. Can we use the word peeves?
It is a word.
It's a weird word, isn't it?
You've obviously been looking in dictionaries before this video.
Is
yeah,
back markers.
Yeah.
And negotiating of back markers.
So how do we do it? You waffling, tell them how you do it then.
So, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
If you are getting lapped in qualifying, should we talk about qualifying or finals?
Okay, well that's easy, isn't it? Qualifying, you're not racing.
No.
You're not racing, you're just trying to get a fast time, right?
Correct.
So, unless it's a really race, which we did one of them once, it was carnage.
It was carnage. Etiquette wasn't in the Reedy race.
Really.
I think they run different rules.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you are qualifying, you are not in a race. You are about getting round as quickly as possible your own sort of lap. So if you have a tangle with someone, it's going to cost both of you. If you've got a faster car coming up, best bet is just ease out the way, let them come through. And what you can do, drop in behind them and follow them around for a bit. They might drag you through for some faster
very true. But
laps.
You know what? It's not easy to do. That is not easy to do. When you're racing fast cars, like LMP cars and LMGT3 cars and these, it's quite difficult to pull over.
Well, I thought about this and I decided to have a look at some of the local racers. And we've got some very good local racers who are maybe 2 laps, maybe 3 laps faster than the people they're driving against. And this is a really good example of good driving and good etiquette from everyone involved. It doesn't always go to plan though. But most of the time, what you're looking to do, the rule of thumb is you allow 3 turns. Okay, so if you...
How many people didn't know that?
I don't know.
Most people out there.
I
didn't know that.
If you're a faster driver,
right?
Okay, you can't just come speeding up behind and expect them to see you straight
so how
away.
How far behind do you think then with these 3 turns? You see him coming up.
You see him coming, you go, all right, I need to kind of negotiate the next 3 turns so that they can.
And you pull out wide and let them go.
Pull out
take
wide,
the inside.
let them take the inside.
There
it's
you go.
that simple.
There you go.
Again, if you are the slower driver, if you've got that in your head, right, I'm coming on to, I've got 3 turns in front of me, but the first turn is a hairpin at the end of the straight, that's the option. I'll take that one. Go deep, let them come up the inside and go. You're kind of looking at where the best place. Some tracks, some turns, it's not appropriate to try and get out people's way because it might be a switchback and really awkward. So here in this video you can see the faster cars are a lot quicker and you can see how people are choosing to get out of the way at different stages in the race. And that is the rule. So if you know that the car in front of you has seen you coming, there's nothing wrong with communicating on the rostrum. I do it quite a lot. So if I can see there's a car coming up behind me and they might be quite a long way off. When you come to the start of the straight, they might be a lot faster down the straight, and I'll just say end of the straight, and they'll say thank you, and I'll just go deep at the end of the straight, and they can come up the inside.
Yeah, so that's
so communication is key on the rostrum.
It is, yeah, absolutely right. I'll tell you another kind of interesting bit of race craft, if you will, that I don't know about most, but some people, especially the noobs, won't know. So there is a specific racing line on most tracks, right? That will be the fastest line around the track. Now, have we got any footage of this? What I'm about to say.
There are race lines. I'm sure I can find some.
Okay.
I'll have a little diggeroo.
So let's say, for example, I was in front of a car, but I was off of the racing line coming into a hairpin.
Yeah.
The worst thing for me to do then is to turn straight back onto that racing line. I haven't got it. He or she has got it. So really what you should do is let them have it.
Yeah.
Otherwise they're going faster than you anyway. They're going to be quicker in. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like when you make a mistake.
Yeah.
You kind of got to go, I've made a mistake, I've lost track position.
Yeah.
You can't then just drive straight into them and then claim that you had track position.
That's right. And I think a lot of arguments and a lot of disputes will be because of that very fact, basically. Tell me you've got some footage of that.
Probably.
Right, we'll have a look, root around, stick some of that up.
Now, there's another one as well. If you do take someone out and in taking somebody out, you gain an advantage. What do you need to do, boss?
You need to stop.
You do need to stop and wait for them to come back through. Now, I've got a really good example of this when I was running over at Bedford recently in the Tamiya trucks. Second and third in this race were absolutely flying. I was sitting in fourth. I was behind them.
Yeah.
They had a little coming together. One of them flipped onto their roof.
Yeah.
But the other one caused the incident and had to wait. He was waiting for this one to be marshalled and flipped back over. In the meantime, I've just swindled my way all the way through. He did the right thing. He waited. He could have been like, oh, I'm going to lose another position, and then disappeared up the road. Yeah. But he didn't. He waited for it to marshal, and then we were back racing. Now, actually, this video, I'm going to keep some footage running, because at this point in the race, I now was a slower car, but I was in front of two faster cars. But because it was the final, it wasn't qualifying, I didn't have to get out of the way.
That's right.
So therefore, I tried to stick to the racing line, which meant they had to overtake me and outrace me. And I was using my racecraft and my ability to hold the line to try and fend them off. And often, you can feel the pressure when this happens, can't you? And mistakes happen. But that's the difference between qualifying and racing. If it's a final and you're racing, you can defend that line as much as you like. You can't deliberately cut across and try and take people out if you make a mistake, like you were saying earlier, but you can defend and you don't have to let faster cars through.
Exactly. But I will say the worst thing that I think we can see at race tracks is when people get angry and disputes happen trackside. It's no fun. And hopefully this video will give you a bit of an insight into the do's and don'ts, because do you know what? I don't think some of this stuff is written down anywhere, and we're all about getting.
It must be written.
Yeah,
down.
but we're all about who reads things. Come on,
no one reads. That's a different debate.
You know, but we are all about getting new people into the hobby, and what we want to do is, and what you need to do is nurture them when they come to the track. So instead of getting angry and shouting at people, you need to help them,
coach them, teach them.
Is that it?
Are you waffling now?
No, I'm just thinking of things to help these people out. You know.
I've got a video. I think it's going to be quite hard to do, but I think we can try it. And it kind of takes what we've talked about today to the next level. Maybe we can talk about race craft as opposed to race etiquette.
Race craft?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, ain't it?
No, because this is one that gets me. Cool. And some of you guys out there will agree with this. You have got ninja-like reflexes in some of the kids today. Yeah. They are extremely fast drivers. You are a faster driver than me. I feel, I drive a little bit slower, but I feel I'm a better racer and more patient, and I choose lines and more strategic in the way I overtake people. So there's different things. You've got fast driving and then you've got racing, and they're two different things,
they are.
boss.
Yeah, that's very true.
And maybe there's something in that. Anyway, I think we're waffling now, so I'm going to finish this video. Okay. If you've liked this video, share it. That's all I'm going to say. Share it with people, because at the end of the day, the more respectful our racers are in this country or all over the world, the better the hobby's going to be.
I agree. You know what we should do now?
What?
We should make a relaxation video for all the people that get a little bit stressed when they race their toy cars. Should we do that?
We could. We could talk really slowly.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hold on to your controller. Twiddle your knobs. Squeeze the trigger. Smell the rubber. Take a deep breath and relax.